Hey guys, what is going on? Today we're taking a look at the brand new iPad Air, which we can see on the right, and we'll be comparing that to the previous gen iPad, the iPad 4, which can be seen on the left. And we'll be doing a bunch of different speed tests to give you guys a sense of the processing power of both of these tablets. And that'll help you guys that are, say, upgrading, say, from the iPad 4 to the new iPad Air, or if you're just on the fence of which iPad to get. You can see that the iPad Air has booted up a lot faster compared to the iPad 4. And finally, the iPad 4 has caught up. And we'll run Geekbench, a standardized test on both, and see what their scores are. So Geekbench will essentially test the processing capability of each of these tablets. Just as a refresher, the new iPad Air has the A7 chip as well as the co-processing M7 chip as well, and these are found both in the iPhone 5S, and I found the 5S to be one of the most responsive Apple devices that I've used to date, so I wouldn't be surprised if the iPad Air performs extremely well. Whereas the iPad 4 has the A6X chip, which had double the processing capabilities as the iPad 3, which was my previous iPad. And you can see that the iPad Air has finished at 1483 for single core score, as well as 2694 for the multi-core score. And if you actually want to read through these, you can definitely do the test yourself. Geekbench is available for 99 cents on the App Store, and we'll just wait until the iPad 4 finishes up. And you can see that the iPad 4 had a score of 781 and 1426, so that the new iPad Air is actually twice as fast or double as fast as the previous gen. So this isn't exactly a game breaker. If you have the iPad 4, you can't say, oh, I need to upgrade right away to the new iPad. This thing is archaic. It's just a quick little benchmark just to see. It's really in real world use where you'll notice the differences. You can see that I'm launching one of the famous games for an iPad, Angry Birds Star Wars. And you can see that the iPad Air on the right is loading just a tad bit faster than the iPad 4. And while I was playing Angry Birds and other games as well, I was extremely impressed with both of these tablets' capabilities to handle these games. They both performed well without lag. Perhaps the iPad Air loaded slightly faster, but as I mentioned during gameplay, there was no real difference. And the real difference I think it will come down to is the 64-bit architecture found in the iPad Air. When developers start to utilize and build games around that, we'll definitely start to see a difference in speeds as well as performance. And lastly, when we get to real-world use, say we're browsing the net, I also found both tablets to be extremely responsive. They both performed well, adequately, almost even perfectly. Pinching to zoom on text was a breeze, and it really comes down to your personal preference. I would say if you own an iPad 4, is it worth it to upgrade to an iPad Air? In my opinion, it isn't. These do cost $500 for the base price. And if you're looking to, say, upgrade from the iPad 2, I definitely think the iPad Air will blow that out of the water. However, as I mentioned, once developers start to make games or make applications that focus on that 64-bit architecture, you really won't notice too much of a difference. And unless you're like a true techie and need to have the latest and greatest of technology, I would definitely say stick with your iPad 4. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is the iPad Air a worthy upgrade to the iPad 4? Or is Apple merely just running out of ideas and just slimming down their design? I was really impressed though with the design of this current iPad. It definitely reduced that bezel size a lot, which is something I've been waiting for. And there is a huge difference in weight. The iPad Air only weighs 1 pound. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this little comparison, and I will catch you guys in my next video.